Listen to me carefully. If you are currently sitting there, saving $5 a day by skipping your morning coffee, hoping that 40 years from now you will finally be rich enough to enjoy your life, you are falling for the biggest financial scam in human history. They call it the safe route. I call it the slow lane. Welcome to Mindset and Money. I am Jasmine, and today we are tearing apart everything you thought you knew about getting rich. Society has sold you a lie. The lie says go to school, get a good job, put 10% of your paycheck into a mutual fund, and wait half a century to become a millionaire in a wheelchair. But let me ask you a question. Have you ever seen a young billionaire who got rich by clipping coupons? No, you have not, and you never will. In his groundbreaking book, The Millionaire Fastlane, MJ DeMarco exposes this 40-year trap and reveals a brutal truth. Getting rich quick is not a myth. It is exactly how the system is designed to work if you know the math. The problem is, you have been taught the math of the poor and the middle class. You have been taught that your time is the most valuable thing you have, so you trade it for a paycheck. You work an hour, you get paid for an hour. You sleep, you earn nothing. You go on vacation, you earn nothing. Your wealth is entirely chained to your physical presence and your limited time. But what if I told you there is a cheat code? A way to completely detach your income from the hours in your day. This is not about magic tricks, and it certainly is not about getting lucky. It is about a fundamental shift in your mindset that changes the mechanics of how you make money. In the next few minutes, I am going to give you the exact fast lane blueprint. I will show you how to stop consuming and start producing. I will show you how to build a money printing system that works 24/7, whether you are awake, asleep, or relaxing on a beach in Bali. So if you are ready to stop playing the game on hard mode and want to make money fast and easy, pay close attention. Because the first step starts with destroying the consumer mindset. Let us dive in. The entire world is divided into two teams, the consumers and the producers. Right now, 99% of people are playing for the consumer team. When a consumer gets paid, their first thought is, what can I buy? They buy the latest smartphone, they subscribe to endless streaming services, they order food delivery, and they buy luxury brands just to look rich. They act as a giant, walking ATM for the producers. But if you want to make money fast and build real wealth, you have to switch teams today. You must start looking at the world exclusively through the eyes of a producer. When you see an advertisement, do not ask yourself if you want to buy the product. Ask yourself, how did they hook my attention? How is their sales funnel structured? What is their profit margin? The secret to easy wealth is realizing that money simply flows from the consumers directly to the producers. To capture that flow, you need to step out of the crowd and start creating. DeMarco calls the ultimate wealth formula the law of affection. It simply states that the more people whose lives you affect in an environment you control, the more money you will make. It is not magic, it is just basic math. If you want to make $1 million, you have two choices. You can work a standard job for 20 years and save every penny, which is a miserable way to live. Or you can find a way to solve a $10 problem for 100,000 people. Which one sounds like the faster route? Producing is the only way you break the chains of time. A consumer pays for a subscription every single month. A producer builds a piece of software, writes a book, creates a digital product, or builds an audience once, and gets paid by thousands of people every single month while they sleep. This is what we call planting a money tree. But here's the crucial catch that most aspiring entrepreneurs miss. Not all businesses are money trees. Some businesses are just glorified, high-stress jobs. If you open a local coffee shop and you have to be there 14 hours a day just to make sure the doors open, you do not own a business. The business owns you. You are still trading your time for money. You just gave yourself a terrible boss. To truly enter the fast lane and make money effortlessly, your system must survive, scale, and thrive without your physical presence. And that brings us to the exact 5 commandments your system needs to pass if you want to get rich quick. To build a system that generates massive wealth rapidly, your business must obey what DeMarco calls the C.E.N.T.S framework. C.E.N.T.S stands for control, entry, need, time, and scale. Let us break them down because if your idea fails even one of these commandments, you are going to waste years of your life. First is the commandment of need. Nobody cares about your passions, your dreams, or what you love doing. The market only cares about what it needs. If you want to make money fast, you have to solve a problem, provide value, or make people's lives easier. Chase needs, not passions. Second is the commandment of entry. As a general rule, if anyone can start the exact same business as you in 5 minutes with zero effort, the barrier to entry is too low. If it is that easy, the market is already saturated, and you will be fighting for pennies. You want a business that takes a little bit of friction to set up, because that friction keeps the lazy people out. Third is the commandment of control. You must own your asset. If your entire business relies on a single platform or a third-party marketplace, you do not have control. One algorithm change or suspended account and your income drops to zero. You must build your own brand, own your customer list, and control your pricing. Fourth is the commandment of scale. Can your product be sold to 1 million people just as easily as it can be sold to 10? A local restaurant is limited by the number of seats in the building. A piece of software, a digital product, or a viral piece of content can reach the entire globe with zero extra cost. That is scale. And finally, the commandment of time, which is the ultimate goal. Can the business run and generate income while you are not physically present? If your business requires you to be there to make money, it is a job, not an asset. When your system checks all 5 of these boxes, you have officially planted a money tree. You have built a vehicle that can accelerate you to financial freedom in a few short years instead of 4 miserable decades. But knowing the formula is only half the battle. Now, you actually have to execute it, and that is where 99% of people completely freeze. So here is the brutal truth about execution. Most people spend their entire lives waiting for the perfect idea, the perfect time, or the perfect amount of funding. But the fast lane is not about perfection. It is about process. People look at a self-made millionaire and they only see the event. They see the luxury lifestyle, the freedom, and the massive bank account. What they do not see is the process. The late nights, the failed products, the pivots, and the relentless execution. Wealth is not a lottery ticket that just falls into your lap. It is a machine that you must actively build. If you want to make money fast, you need to start failing fast. Put an offer out into the world. See how the market reacts. If nobody buys it, you did not lose, you just collected valuable data. Adjust your approach, improve the value, and try again. The market is the ultimate judge, and it will reward you with massive wealth the exact moment you provide a solution it desperately needs. Your assignment for today is simple. Stop consuming for just 1 hour and spend that time thinking like a producer. Look at the everyday problems around you and ask yourself how you can build a system to solve them at scale. Remember, financial success is not about how incredibly smart you are. It is entirely about how you behave and how you view the world. If you fix your mindset, you will absolutely fix your bank account. The road to fast wealth is wide open. You just have to stop walking and decide to step on the gas. If this breakdown completely shifted your perspective on making money, hit that subscribe button right now. Give this video a like to tell the algorithm you want to see more wealth-building secrets, and let me know in the comments what kind of money tree you are planning to plant. This is Jasmine with Mindset and Money. Keep building, and I will see you in the next chapter.